Hey, everybody. So we're at our favorite Mexican restaurant and we kind of have a lot of errands to do today. And I know it's a little bit loud, but there's a conversation I've been wanting to have, especially for people who are taking the online classes so that you guys can see it too. And hopefully we can continue that conversation in discussion boards. But first, I have to show you the fit check Stephen left the house with. Hold on. I did not pitch cork the hat before we left. That's totally on me. Okay. So I'm going to put you like this, and then I'll flip between us when we're talking. Hopefully I won't have chicks in my mouth the whole time. So here is my question. And so I'm going to ask you it first, and then I want to talk about it because we're talking about sense of self, where it comes from, can you improve it? And then we've been talking about self-compassion and, everybody's a human and makes mistakes. But here is my question for you. Is attitude a skill or are you born with it?
No, that's definitely
Thank you.
that's definitely something what I'm doing.
Oh, he needed the spicy salsa.
Again, it's
Thank you. Okay. And how do you learn it? Because if you just let it go, you don't always end up with the best attitude, right? Where do you think that comes from? How do you formulate an attitude? So Paul may not know this, but he's way better at getting to work on time than I am. Sometimes I've never been truly late, but I've definitely cut it pretty close. On the other hand, you leave 2 hours before work starts, right?
yes. Because I think of scenarios to which case I would be late. So I don't know what's happening in the environment around me.
Mm-hmm.
I can only control me. I can't control what others do on the road. I can't control construction, a tire blowout,
Yeah.
engine issues. I can think of many scenarios, but I can't think of all scenarios, to which case I might have to stop and get gas that I've forgotten.
Yeah.
And there's just so many of the things that warrant leaving myself space and leaving myself time to do in case of. And if I show up for work and I'm early, well, then I'm just early. And then I have time to put myself together, work, pick my tools or things that I need, check emails, and then it works out better that way because I'd rather do that and feel overwhelmed and under the gun or feel like I'm rushed. And then when you feel rushed, things go wrong faster.
So do you feel like having that policy for yourself that you leave early enough to make sure lunch, make sure you're able to pick up something, get gas, do all those things and not be so rushed? Do you think that doing that contributes to a better attitude when you walk in the door of work?
Absolutely.
Does it contribute?
Keeps you from feeling rushed or overwhelmed.
Yeah.
If I show up for work like right on time,
Yeah.
and I feel like personally that I didn't have enough prep time to be, and in return, being overwhelmed or feeling like I'm rushed, then I make mistakes, which causes me to not be relaxed. If I'm not in a relaxed state when I start work, then I'm automatically possibly going to be snippy or feel like people who would normally ask me a question or ask me to do something feel like they're over the top of me instead of just right. Always had that policy since I first started working. I don't think there's anything in one thing in particular that triggered a change from the first time I ever started working.
Yeah.
So now, probably what I was taught, in my opinion, that is part of being responsible. It's not necessarily responsibility for anything around you, but more so a responsibility of yourself.
Right. So instead of doing what you could do, because obviously, oh, it's not fair that I have to get here at this time. That's not fair to me. And just sort of blaming external sources, you sort of looked inside of yourself for the control over the situation and sort of created self boundaries in a way would help you be who you want to be at work.
Yes, because I know myself and I know I don't like to feel rushed. And I know that in some cases, even with that responsibility I put on myself to show up early, I may slip in, I may miss the mark, and those days are going to happen. And what I know that I can control a great portion of that and having that personal responsibility to myself, knowing what I know feels to me when I feel overwhelmed, rushed, then I make that choice every day to make sure that I try to leave on time, so to speak, because it's a responsibility for me, not for you or not for. It's a shared responsibility for myself, but it's also a
Right.
shared responsibility for my work because my work does require me to show up at a specific time.
Right.
And I want to make sure I meet that too because my job is valuable to me.
Right.
But it's a lot more to do with me, is why I leave so early.
Right. Expecting everything around you to adjust to how you feel or your anxiety about getting to work, not getting to work, being able to get gas, not get gas, being able to find, whether there's road construction or not, your job to accommodate you. You sort of looked inside yourself for what would make me walk through the door happiest when I have to go to work, and then created a situation for yourself where that happened.
For it.
So, okay, well, we're talking to my class. They hear about you a lot. All good things. Thank you.